So let's hop in to game number 1 of this TvZ, the TvZ. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Post Youth, we have Alan's Dark. Trying to get to yet another finals. He's been to so many. The second most KSL final appearances, only behind Hero. But his opponent has been to quite a few as well, and he's got a very high percentage rate. He doesn't play in a ton of KSLs, but he usually does pretty well when he does play in them. The Shopify Rebellion Terran in the lower left. It's ByuN. ByuN is one of those players that noon is a little early for him. So he doesn't always sign up to play because I think he sleeps in sometimes. That was, I remember when we first started KSL, he was like, I don't know, man. It's a little early. Because this starts at noon Korean time, which I wish we could make it later, but because we have Dave Testa helps put this on, and he's East Coast, Steadfast casts every week, and he's East Coast. If we make this any later, it's at like an impossible time for them. I'm on the West Coast. I could probably push it a little bit, but even for me, after the tournament ends, I always like put the replays together and get the bracket set up for the next event. So I'm usually up until like 2 a.m. anyways. So we're right on the border where it's like it's a little too early for a couple of the players, but okay for them, and like a little too late for the casters, but we'll deal with it. But I'm glad ByuN's here. Got some good sleep, I hope. Woke up nice and early. Ready to do some Reaper micro. As you do. Oh my god, he kills a drone. Dark already molding. Post Youth is a very interesting map. And the last time I cast these two guys on this map, they played 2 very long late games against each other. One was a draw, and it was really sick, and I'm stoked that they picked this map again. Now, the way this worked... Oh, that's interesting. I think I usually see this 13. The way this worked, and what I usually see Dark do, is he knows the Terran gets a free in-base natural, right? So he usually just takes a very fast gold 4th. I think the only reason he hasn't is maybe because of this Reaper, but he's about to kill this Reaper. A nice little queen flank. I kind of expect him to just take this gold. However, I know they've played on this map a few times since that last KSL match, so it's possible they're, changing up their strats a little bit. Again, ByuN taking this space as the 3rd is a little surprising to me. I feel like I remember him taking this one as the 3rd when I've seen him play this in the past. So he might be planning something a little cheeky here. And Dark's just droning up right now, not taking the 4th base at all. Just droning, trying to spread that creep, although ByuN is doing a great job at stopping it. And now we're just chilling. We're just chilling and macroing. I am really interested in what Dark's going to do. He's got the Roach Horn going down, but no lair. And again, just no 4th base. I'm a little surprised. I mean, ByuN's 3rd is done. It's up and running. It's got 1 SCV and 1 Mule. The Hellions are sharking around. There's the lair. All right, all right. And there's the gold base. Okay, so I guess it's not going to be anything big here out of Dark. I was waiting for him to do something really crazy, but so far we're just chilling, taking a couple more gases. Actually taking quite a lot of gases. Maybe we are getting an indication of what Dark's thinking, as he goes up to 6 gases right away. That's a lot. That's a lot. I feel like it's going to be a lot of Ravagers. Now, just to touch on what you guys are saying in chat, I do think that like Stormgate coming out will help the StarCraft scene, and I feel like the more one grows, the better it is for the other one. I feel like there's no way in which the competition is bad for either game, at least initially. And maybe eventually, I don't know, but I feel like at least the initial like hype of something like Stormgate coming out, it's just gonna bring people back into RTS, and like the overlap is gonna be pretty huge. Same thing with the other RTSs coming out, and like even though some of them are gonna be very different from StarCraft in a lot of ways, like you might see somebody play. I can't remember what the Uncapped Games one is called. Something Aces. But you might hop into that and play a few matches and be like, ooh, I have the itch, but like I want a macro. You know what I mean? I got the RTS itch right now, but I want a macro. I'm gonna play StarCraft today. And then the next day you might be like, I don't want a macro. That sucks. Macro sucks. I'm gonna micro. Then you play that game. And I feel like that's the kind of way you'll do it. Like, I don't know about you guys. If I want to play like a battle royale, I have both PUBG and Apex ready to play on my computer because they're very different games despite being the same genre. And I feel like that's what we can see with RTS. People playing multiple. I don't know. That's my hope. Anyways, Dark is really chilling. He's got a Hive on the way, but Baneling Nest coming up. Link speed is not done. The Hive is halfway. You know, it's really cool. And ByuN's finally putting some pressure on. The thing about this map is like, ByuN can macro so hard. He doesn't need to pressure as much. But at the same time, Dark can just take bases all over the place, which I am surprised he's not doing. He's going the tech route rather than the expand route. And that is a little surprising to me. ByuN is going to find a lot of creep tumors here. The entire north side of the creep spread is just gone. And these medevacs are being followed. Ooh. Oh, those biles were close. Man, my middle mouse button is really struggling to work right now, so I apologize if the observing is crap. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I need a new mouse. One of these days, I'll get a new mouse. Your hope is that the new RTS make people realize that StarCraft is the best RTS. That also might happen. That also is possible. You know, Lings try to get in and do something. They might kill this depot, or they might not. We'll see if an SCV gets over there. Dark is really, really heavy on Lings right now. 100+ Lings out. We try to get in again. We're just kind of throwing Lings at ByuN's defensive position here. The depot did die, for the record. Dark's only on 74 workers. Straight into Ultras. What a god. Ultras coming out before Chitinous is even done. Adrenal starts up as well. I mean, Dark's, again, he's got a lot of tech. But is that going to matter? I mean, I guess the thing is here, ByuN, he's building a big army, but he does not have ghosts. His tech is still just going to be biotank, which is good. Don't get me wrong. But if Dark can just, I don't know, get out a big army and have all the tech without ByuN being ready for it, I'm a little surprised we're not seeing the Ghost Academy. How defensive ByuN's playing. A few ghosts here feels only natural. And he is going to see an Ultra as this creep just encroaches his base. That's kind of insane. ByuN was doing such a good job killing the creep on the north side, but this side was not touched, and Dark spread it immediately. ByuN's got bunkers and siege tanks. He's got a lot of Marines here. The Ultras can just cleave through those Marines. Ah, man, that +2 melee feels very far away for the Ultras. But Dark's going to dive in nonetheless, just trying to bust through this wall, hoping he can get enough damage done. Oh my god, it's a lot of SCVs going down. Most of those Ultras do die. I feel like that's worth it for Dark, trading out a lot of the army, which he's going to immediately remake. And then I think his plan is to just do that again and again and again. In the meantime, ByuN does force a cancel on this base, the 6th base of Dark. There isn't really anything that Dark can do about these medevacs right now. I don't think he has even a Spire to consider building a few Corruptors. But why worry about the triple drop back at home when you can just go back in and try to kill your opponent? A pretty good strategy here from Dark as he's getting on top of all of these tanks. Every single tank gonna go down. It's just a few Marauders and Marines trying to stutter step backwards, desperately holding on. I don't know if it's gonna be enough here. There's still a lot of Dark left around the third base. Again, just getting completely swamped. This time, all the buildings here will die. And while it looks like these Marauders will hold on against the final Ultra, ByuN is gonna be forced to tap as Dark overwhelms. And so little action in the early game, which is crazy for not only a TvZ, but a TvZ between these guys. Just goes right into Dark's favor. ByuN playing very defensively, but with a good aggressive army. And I think that was his problem there, right? A lot of bio. Tanks obviously good defensively, but no Ghosts mix in there, no Liberators mix in there. Those things would have been very useful to have with Dark just going Ultra Ling. Also, like walls. He had some like partial walls, but I feel like some bigger walls might have helped him out a little bit. Yeah, it did really feel like ByuN was ready for Dark to attack earlier. Like he thought he was going to push earlier, and he was just like, I need to build as much of an army, as big of an army, as fast as possible. That just wasn't what happened. Not even sure when Maturino gets the photo of me from. That photo is 12 years old. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is a good reminder that we do have a Maturino for this event. There are still 32 codes left, so please go redeem those coupons just to put as much little extra money into the prize pool as possible. That kind of stuff helps to offset the like the transaction fees that always exist to like pay out prize pools and even to accept prize money. And then like if you're in a different country, things get really weird. It all costs money. All of that costs a little bit of money here and there. And anything added to the Maturino just like helps for the players to offset some of their costs. And you know, it's always nice to win more money. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't win money. I just help give it out. Well, let's head into game number 2 here. We are on Dynasty. Dynasty. Spotting in the lower left-hand corner, we have Talons, Dark. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner for the Shopify Rebellion, it is ByuN. So I apologize, my nose is nice and clogged here. So occasionally, I'll just fully sound like I'm I don't know, casting from inside a bubble or something. So yeah, sorry about that. Doing my best. When I realized I was sick yesterday, I was like, man, I have to cast KSL. Sick. That's no fun. Now, Dynasty is an interesting one. We have another very easy to take base. However, this one is also very easy to harass from behind the mineral lines. We'll see if ByuN takes that base. It looks like he is, which is not surprising. Dark is going to take the more natural, as it would be. Also not too surprising. It's a lot easier for the Terran to harass this base than it is for the Zerg. The beard is getting beastly. I do keep it nice and trimmed, but it has been getting a little bit longer. I might need to pare it back a little. I don't usually like to get it too long. I use the beard to help shape my face, you know? It's like a cheat code for guys. You get the nice beard going, and you can just shape it however you want it. It's great. But if it gets too long, then your face looks too big. Oop, ByuN gonna grab 2 lings. My God. Oh my God, he gets the 3rd. He goes back in for the 4th. Doesn't get the 4th, but he got a drone last game, and now this game he's got 3 ling kills. That's insane. Oh my God, and he gets the creep tumor. ByuN, stop. Your swag. It's too tough. They'll kill you, ByuN. Crazy. I can't believe that Reaper got 3 lings and the creep tumor off of Dark. Only ByuN, I feel like, can do that. There are some things that even Maru and Clem, they just don't have it. They just don't have that Reaper juice that ByuN has. Still, all these years later, you would think that somebody would have been able to catch up to ByuN and Reaper Micro, but like, no, dude, he's still the Reaper guy. Still, when he, God, there was a game against Solar from, it was maybe a year ago or so, and he had like 7 or 8 Reapers, and there were so many lings trying to surround him, and he just juggled them so flawlessly. He didn't lose a single Reaper, and he killed every single ling. And even Solar, like, put question marks in the chat because he didn't understand how it was possible. Oof. Those 2 Hellions go down for just 3 drones. There's only 1 drone over here, so these ones will not be able to get too much done. Don't even get the single drone kill. So that was a good defense from Dark. Again, to kill those 2 Hellions, evening up the resources lost. Oh my God, the Reaper even getting the assist on the creep tumor kill, tanking the Hellion fire to get that kill. I mean, this is like Wayne Gretzky Reaper over here, getting the assists. Dude, people sleep on the assists, but that's important. And ByuN's got the follow-up Banshees coming in. That one is going to cloak just in time to run into a support crawler. Oh, he got just out of range. Those queens were ready to hit this Banshee. Dark does have some roaches popping out right now, but I think they're just kind of defensive roaches. As I say that, though, the Hellions and Reaper get in there. The Reaper does finally go down. The 4 more drones will die. The Banshee goes down too, though. Now, ByuN, all of a sudden, a little bit of miss micro here. Losing quite a lot. And Dark, I was like, oh, they're defensive. And he's like, no, I'm going to send these across the map. But he doesn't have ling speed. So the slow ling's really not doing too much here. And there is a second Banshee, which is going to stay at home now. And that means that these roaches aren't going to be able to get anything done either. Overlord goes down. ByuN's third base going to finish up. A little bit of a back and forth. I think overall, I still like ByuN's position better. The trades are very even, but... Oh, that's so cute. The 1 roach harass. The trades are very even, but ling speed being so late, the lair only just now finishing. We're 6 minutes into this game, which means roach speed hasn't started up. No upgrades have started up for Dark. And ByuN's now out on the map with the double medevac drop. I mean, this is the annoying kind of stuff to handle. I love that Dark's taking this base, though, with the Rich Vespine Geyser. Maybe a little harder to defend, but honestly, with the creep spread here, it's really not that much harder to defend, I think. It's just the drops can get really annoying in this position. This is where, you know, I kind of made a joke the last time we were on this map about building a base on each side. But for a Zerg, that actually makes a lot of sense. You could just macro hatch on this side and then have drones on each side of the minerals. So you can get right through those minerals super quick. That might almost make sense. Except I guess you can't mine efficiently on both sides of the minerals, huh? Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't make sense. Never mind. Maybe it's a backup base. Maybe that's what you do. Macro hatch here is the backup base in case this one gets hit. Send the drones around this side. There you go. Now we're thinking. Now we're thinking. But here's the annoying drops I was talking about. As ByuN is just getting some kills. Lings and Roach is going to come down now, so he'll be able to pick up and get out of here. Actually, he's just going to target down Roaches. Okay, never mind. Pick up and get out of here. ByuN's like, nah, dude, I win this fight. What are you talking about? Oh my god, he kills the Morphing Ravager at the last second, too. Gets the last Roach even there. Wow. Okay, ByuN trading beautifully. I was kind of expecting him to have another drop out on the map, too, but just the one for now. He does have siege tanks coming out, though. His 1-1 just finished up. However, Dark's 1-1 is almost done as well. I'm liking Dark's position more and more as the time goes by. I thought ByuN was going to have more aggression heading across the map. That's what I was worried about for Dark. That late Ling speed, the late Roach speed. But he went immediately into Hive. And now is heading straight into Lurkers. And I think that's a great call. He delayed that lair by a little bit, but the moment it was done, he was ready to go. This Roach almost lived through that whole scan. It could have made it. I believed in that Roach. Oh, yeah, you'd get both gases. That's true. Yeah, this is definitely macro hatch position. You just macro hatch it. Boom. Easy peasy. I don't know why Dark's not doing that. Dark, next time, just take this base too. It's easy. He's got money for it. He could take this hatch, no problem. Give him more vision, more creep, more larva, more gas. Looks like this drop is going to get cleaned up finally. It's been incredibly annoying this game, but it does go down. However, it sees the Lurker Den. It sees the Hive finished up. Very important for ByuN to know that, to figure out where he's going next. Again, we did not see Ghost last game. However, the Ghost Academy is done this game, so he can start pumping those Ghosts out as we get towards Lurkers. He is going to need them. This drop getting in here a little exposed, this base. The Lings will come in first, though, and tank for a little while until the Roaches get there. I think ByuN's going to have to just pick up and get out. Targets down 6 drones first, though. Very good targeting there. Does lose pretty much every single Marine, except the one. Did that drop out and kill the drone that was going to take that hatch? Is that what just happened there? That's actually insane, ByuN. But now Dark's going to try to counterattack. He wants to push in here, and ByuN needs to be very ready for this. Now, he has mined this out, so he can get reinforcements down here much more easily, including a couple of these siege tanks. Ooh, this tank a little bit far forward. Some Ghosts are out as well, though. I do not think Dark can push into this. So many tanks, a lot of bio here, and even some Ghosts. Oh, planetary. Look at this forward planetary here from ByuN, as he is going to take this base as well. And he's taking this side. He wants the gas. Look at ByuN's doing it. Dark, bro. The Terran's doing it. Everybody's doing it, Dark. Just do it. Just give in. Build a hatchery here. It's so good. Even ByuN said, literally ByuN could just lift and move this over. I guess he still has a lot of gas in this one. But this is going to be a planetary too. It's a great position. Oh, that's so sick. Dark has expanded quite a bit on his side of the map too, though. He's at 100 drones. He's going to have a very powerful economy here. And ByuN, playing this defensive game, he is not out on the map anywhere. A couple of forced cancels there. Lurkers are trying to hit this planetary, and by trying, I mean they are going to kill this planetary very soon here. A couple more SCVs need to get on it. Whoa, it's so close. Woo-hoo-hoo, it's so close. It goes down. The SCVs weren't enough. The Banshee was too late. And down goes the planetary. A lot of repair on that. I heard some Ghosts die as well, so a bit unfortunate there for ByuN. Ooh, some Vipers coming out. 2 AVMPs on the Vipers. Yes. One of them is completely out of juice now. The other one, though, is still full energy. I don't know why for a second there I was ready for a feedback to hit. Then I realized that This is Terran, not Protoss. I was just mistaken there for a moment. I love the biles going down on that building hatch. A couple of Infestors popping out here for Dark, looking for the fungals. That's a juicy one. Handful of ghosts get caught in there. Some biles going down on some other ghosts as well. But there were some snipes the other way. Let's take a look at the resources lost. Well, that's a bonus for Dark, who's going to start nighticing around the map for reinforcement paths, easier multi-prong, things like that. Love that kind of move. ByuN building turrets, expecting maybe a Muta switch at some point, a thing we have seen Dark do in the late game against him. I kind of love that. Spending some of that money on static defense. And ByuN just playing defensively. He's trying to take Dark to the late game, but that concerns me, man. Dark is really good in the late game. It's really only like Maru who can handle Dark in the late game as far as Terrans go. Cure's put up some good fights against him as well. But I feel like ByuN's strength isn't usually late game, so I'm kind of interested. Maybe he's practicing up. You know, maybe he's trying to test his hand against the best late game Zerg in Korea. And this is looking kind of nice for him. He's going to grab a few snipes, get a few lurkers. Keep moving forward. He's got more scans available. Not able to kill any of the rest of these lurkers. Oh, hold on. The Swarm Host switch. Oh, I did not see this on the production tab. 18 Swarm Hosts coming out. Is ByuN going to be ready for this? I'm going to go with no, definitely not. He's going to be confused by this, as they are going to just decimate that planetary. Not going to get much else done, but that's just the first round of Swarm Hosts. Now, that being said, Swarm Hosts have a big weakness, which is being on cooldown for 1,000 years. So in the meantime, ByuN's going to have a little bit of an easier time pushing forward. But as I say that, Dark, with the lurkers, the spore crawlers, the vipers, looking good on this side, more lurkers over on this side. If he can get defensive positions like this, where ByuN can't push in while the Swarm Hosts are on cooldown, then these locusts are just going to be able to keep coming in and getting little bits of damage done. And we're going to see it again right here. There's a lot of siege tanks, which are not particularly great in this situation. They're going to friendly fire all over the bio, but enough ghosts there to just clean that up. That wave of locusts doing pretty much nothing. And ByuN wants to take advantage of this. Pushing forward now, EMPing some of these high energy units, sniping what he can snipe. Just clicking every single unit, and he's going to kill them all. Every single Zerg unit on this side of the map popped, and these Swarm Hosts are just waiting to be off cooldown to help. They're useless in the meantime. Oh, a few of them did have locusts available. That's not enough, though. These ghosts just win this fight straight up. Guys, ghosts are really good, and this is exactly what Dark doesn't want. He doesn't want to be using these locusts defensively. 11 more Swarm Hosts on the way. Dark, what the hell? He's insane. Here, this is Dark's assessment of the situation is, I just didn't have enough Swarm Hosts. Okay, he's got 34 now. Aren't they 3 supply each? It's just almost his entire army. He does have a few lurkers here. Those will buy him some time. Oh my God. He's a madman. Oh, they all popped on the one ghost. That's actually really bad for Dark. That's okay. He's got another full wave ready to go because he has 34 of them out. But in the meantime, ByuN is killing the rest of the army. It's just Lings coming out now as the ghosts are just, they don't even need to snipe that one. They're just going to hard kill it. These locusts will come in here. They will kill a few of these tanks and maybe a couple of the ghosts, but the planetary is going to be able to finish up. There's still some ghosts up here. And ByuN is continuing to push on the bottom side. Lings are not going to kill this. Guys, ghosts are really good against Lings. We forget. But ghosts have 100 hit points, and they just like one-tap Zerglings. Banelings, though, a little bit different. ByuN's going to lift up and boost out of there. All right. But even Banelings don't kill ghosts super fast. You would think they do. They look like they'd be extremely light units that would die super fast. So many locusts. 66 locusts out on the field right now. That is insane. I do not understand Dark. His brain is, I don't know. It's like a jungle in there. We have Liberators coming out now. Oh, Smart Servo's on the way. Nice upgrade. Don't really know what he's getting that for, but you never know when you might need it. But really, the ghosts are the answer to all of this. I know it's crazy to think that Ghosts might be a good late game unit in TvZ, but they're pretty good. Oh, and this is painful for Dark. He is just running in, losing units left and right. That being said, he has a 9k, 6k bank, so who cares? He's been mining on his half of the map for forever. He did lose one base at the bottom side, kind of a crucial base, and he is losing this base now. So his mining suddenly is pretty garbage. It looks like this base is going to stay alive as the Banelings run in and kill absolutely everything. Oh my god, the Locusts. But ByuN has a new base. He's going to drop a bunch of mules at. He's got SCVs over there. That base is very important. He's pretty mined out up here. Oh, wow, this one mines out super fast. I love Ghost trying to get through the spine crawler. They will do it. It's just like pew pew. This takes a minute. Buildings are not their specialty. We have another wave of locusts. A massive wave about to drop in here. And we'll grab one tank immediately, jumping on some of these ghosts. Now the ghosts get lifted up as they're being surrounded. Liberators doing their best to just get what kills they can. The locusts are finally gone. Now this army feels much less intimidating with all the locusts gone. I love the Hellbat's out too. I guess that's what the Smart Servos was for. Hellbat's here to help tank against the Ling Bane. Scan to see if this base is here. It's not, but he sees the swarm hosts. Very important thing to see. As this base is now under threat, can ByuN do anything about it? I think the answer is no. I think he just has to leave. There's this many swarm hosts kills literally everything. Like, that's just insane. In the meantime, ByuN, he's going to take this base, and he is going to push up on the top side. He's like, all right, you're down there. I'm up here. Ooh, Dark going to try to hop in while the tanks are unsieged, but the tanks do get sieged. Yeah, Dark's still clearing a lot of this, though. He's losing a lot for it, but again, his bank is huge, but he does need more mining. This base is really crucial to him right now because his bank is, it's just slowly going down. Doesn't have a lot of mining. He's taking this hatch. But right now, the mining is in favor of ByuN. Even though ByuN has absolutely no bank. Because again, the swarm hosts mean these trades are, I thought this would be better for Dark. It's actually almost dead even right now. As the locusts die again. But ByuN is pushing it up here. Ooh, Ghost getting a little too cheeky maybe. A lot of these ghosts going down. But all the static defense down here is dying. It's only a matter of time before this hatch falls. And yeah, Dark's going to evacuate. He's going to send the drones down here. Ah, that's not great, man. He's on one, and I guess maybe we call this two-base mining right now. He does have this gas. He could just take this gas. Maybe he could build a hatch here, Dark, and have some more gas mines. Oh, my God. I mean, there's just no hope. Like, against like 11 or 12 swarm hosts, I think you can repair through it if you're on top of your repair. That's awkward. But against 33 swarm hosts, just not possible. I wonder if it'd be beneficial for ByuN. Oh, this is not beneficial for ByuN. Losing these medevacs is painful. ByuN's in a tight spot right now, guys. Dark's his income is garbage, but still has a lot of money in the bank, and he is just not losing most of his army because it's just these swarm hosts. Would it be beneficial for ByuN to try to kill some swarm hosts? I don't know. Oh my God, the friendly fire too is just insane. It's all just free damage that ByuN cannot replace. He is out of money right now. He's trying to mine here, but he's just not being allowed to mine. Oh, the Nidus to stop him from having efficient mining. So annoying. And yeah, Dark is being more and more efficient. He's still struggling to get his own mining going as these bases are continually dying. Oh my god, but the Swarmos, dude! What do you do against 66 Locusts every time they pop out? Turns out you just lose a bunch of stuff. Dark training out some of the actual units there. He has lost 26 drones, and I feel like that's a big problem here for Dark. He's on 15 workers. Yes, he still has a bank. Can he continue this, though? Because ByuN is actually mining right now. He's actually doing it. He's long distance on a lot of this, but he's actually got money coming in. And he's killing more and more of this. Oh my god, 11 more Swarmos! 44! Dark! You're insane! What? Dude, I've never seen this. I have never seen 44 Swarmos in a game. I don't even know if I've seen 30 in a game. I feel like 4 battle cruisers wins this game right now. I know there's Hydras, but like, I don't know, man. It's wild. Actually wild. Okay, a couple Swarmos did die. We're down to 42. The problem for Dark is he will run out of money. He needs to stop ByuN from mining at these bases. ByuN needs to land that CC and get back to efficient mining. He stopped this base for now, but ByuN will go retake that when the Swarmos aren't on this side of the map. My god. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. The army of locusts. Jesus. Let's take a look. Does it show how many locusts have died this game? It doesn't. It doesn't even show it. It's got to be thousands. Thousands, I tell you. Ah, but here's a problem for Dark. He's losing the real units now because the locusts are on cooldown. ByuN's going to push forward. He's got like a real army. Forces another cancel on the base. The locusts are ready again. I love that Dark just pops a few here. Dark's bank is starting to get lower and lower. How long can he hold on? He's had a bank surprisingly for a surprisingly long time. As these locusts come in here, my mind is boggled. My mind is fully boggled. Every time those locusts spawn. ByuN's just been mining so much more that even though he's traded worse, 3k resources is nothing. I thought with the locusts like this, it would have been a much bigger difference, but ByuN's been very cost efficient considering he's been fighting against, you know, 30 to 40 swarm hosts this entire game. And Dark, he's just struggling now. And now that he does not have any mining, this base is almost completely out. The last couple patches going down right now. ByuN is able to secure his mining back up. He could absolutely go take this base with another orbital. He's cleared out enough of this map. Dark's going to keep it going. He's going to put down another hatch, but doesn't have much to do here. And ByuN can just keep making army. Where are the Swarmos? Oh, they're in the Nidus. They are all in the Nidus. Some more lurkers coming out. The lurker strat didn't work super well earlier. Might be working slightly better now. Oh, the Marines are here. Oh, the Marines. The 3-3 Marines say locusts? What locusts? Don't care about the locusts. And ByuN has figured it out. It turns out Marines are actually the way to go. The locusts don't attack fast enough. The Marines will kill them before they actually can attack enough to do their DPS. It's damage per second, and the Marines kill them in half a second. Think about it. They literally can't do anything. And now it's just going to be Dark desperately holding on until he realizes that he cannot hold on any longer. Because Dark, he can't build anything else. He's out of minerals. He has no money. There's a nuke. Oh, I'd love to see Dark plant, ByuN plant this nuke. But I don't even think he needs to. Again, it's just going to be Dark desperately holding on as ByuN. He's building another command center. I don't think I've seen a command center built at 28 minutes ever in a game. We're seeing some firsts here. Latest command center build. Usually, you just lift and land one you have. But he's like, nah, I'll just build a fresh one. Oh, uh-oh. This is why you don't build a fresh one. It's going to get canceled. I guess that means he's going to save money, though. He's canceled. ByuN fighting this out. A little bit dicey here. There's a lot of stuff. But at the same time, he's got a double drop up here. That's just going to kill all the remaining drones. No! Oh, man, that's it. Every drone just died. Dark doesn't have enough money to build another drone. He's building 3 infestors. He's out of money. He needs to cancel one. Oh, my God. If those infestors finish, he literally, like, that's it. He cannot build another drone. I mean, I guess you don't want to have to be starting from 1 drone anyway, so. Yeah, he's just going to let it go. Locust trying to come in once again. They'll get a tank. They'll get a couple of units here, but it's not going to matter. No drones. No hope. Swarm hosts. Not the play. But wow, what a game. What a game. That game was so good that I'm worried my neighbors are going to knock on my door any minute right now. I was yelling. My voice is going to be shot tomorrow. Damn. That's so sick. Well, that ties it up. We're going to game 3. Man, these guys always give just the best games. Every single time. All right, players are ready. We're hopping into Oceanborn for game number 3. Got an Oceanborn. Such like a classic map at this point. It's been around so long. Should give us a nice macro game, I say, knowing full well that either of these players can and will cheese at any point. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have Talons Dark. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner for the Shopify Rebellion, it is ByuN. You know what I think was the problem that last game for Dark? There are a lot of little things he could have done, but I really think he only got to 44 Swarm Hosts. I think he really needed 50. I think he needed to get to 50. He lost a few after that, and he wasn't able to build any more. And I feel like just... like if you get to 50, because then think about it, you could put 25 on the north side, 25 on the south side, and you're just good to go. You're good to go. Because then you can pop like 12 each turn, you know, each round. Then you can just like offset. Boom, 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 boom. You never run out. I'll message Dark after. I'll be like, I think you needed 50 Swarm Hosts. I think he'll get it. You know, he'll understand. Now, ByuN's opening up with his classic. I talked about his Reaper Micro last game. But this is the 3 racks version. So not just the 2 racks in the wall, you know, a little Reaper pressure. This is the real deal. He is going to put the screws to Dark, I think is how the phrase works. See if Dark can contend. I will say, ByuN's gotten some good damage done with his Reapers both games so far. And if that was just one Reaper, well, let's see what he can do here. Now, Dark is going to be able to scout this. Nothing to stop this Overlord from coming in, so he'll be able to go see if there's a third Rax. It's going to be a little while before he gets confirmation of that, but glad he's sending that Overlord in to check. I've seen a few players that'll just, like, poke the front, they see it, they pull back. Dark's like, nah, dude, I got to know if there's a third Rax. Now Reaper's already being annoying here, killing a Ling. Oh, Creep Tumor getting placed. The Reapers want to get that kill. They are not going to be able to. Just more Lings coming out. Spinecrawler is on the way here for Dark as well. This hatch is getting hit. I feel like this hatch should be safe, though. Dark plays this right. It's going to be the big point of contention. First Queen gets kind of low, pulls back. I don't know where that Spinecrawler is. Nice transfuse there. Perfectly timed transfuse. We're getting a little bit of lag. Hopefully that's just on our end and the players are not experiencing that. Oh, ByuN scans to kill a Creep Tumor. Not going to be able to get that second one, but he is going to dive into the main base, seeing it's a little bit open here. Finds a Queen. Queen does get transfused. Stays alive. Still 4 Queens here for Dark. He still has at least 1 transfuse available right now. However, some drones starting to go down. Oh, ByuN trying to keep all of these Reapers alive. So far, so good on the Reaper front. Whoa, it's getting a little dicey, though, as he keeps running through creep. He's losing some Reapers. He's going to target down some drones. Doesn't actually get any drones there. Great pullback from Dark. Now the last Reaper is going to fall here momentarily. There's a couple more Reapers out on the map, I believe. Oh my god, the transfuse on the drone to keep it alive. Dark is an actual god. He did lose 5 drones during all this, but only 2 Zerglings, no Queens? Wow. That is actually insane. After all that sick Reaper micro from ByuN, that's it. That's all the damage he got. He did force a spine, but that's it, man. That's actually, this is such a good defense from Dark. Because this is committed. That was a lot of Reapers going in there. Obviously, we see the 7 that died, but there's also the 4 that are still alive out here. It's a lot of lost production time for things like Marines or add-ons, upgrades. Even the factory only just now going down after 5 minutes. It's a lot of investment from ByuN that really didn't pay off. God damn. Some excellent micro from Dark. Oh my god, 7 Overlords on the way? Does he? He doesn't even have link speed. Okay. I was like, is he about to build a bunch of units? Does he have a Roach Warren? No. No, he's just a laser overlording a little bit. Just in case he loses some. So he doesn't have to think about it for a while. He just wants a drone. He's not building units, he's just building drones. Meantime, ByuN got his 1-1 started up. Obviously, he's going to go into bio off the back of this, but still has to get all those upgrades, get into medevacs before he can really do too much with his bio. We should have a nice little pop of units when Stim hits with a bunch of Marines and a couple medevacs. Going to be a powerful group. Should have 1-1 at that point as well. So Dark's got to be ready for that. He's been building lots of drones. He's got a 4th hatch on the way. He's got his lair started up, but I feel like link speed needs to be next on the docket here. The lack of link speed is going to be very painful when you have 18 Zerglings out. Yeah, there it is. And a double drop full of Marines headed your way. He does have a Roach Warren, but Roach speed is a ways off. So it's just going to be some slow Roaches to help defend. Oh, the Reaper's trying to come in. They will be able to grab a few more drones here. 4 drones before getting blasted into the sky by those queens. Oh, these Marines are ready. They know there's an Overlord there. They're like, we can't see you, but we know you're there. Whew. Just immediately popped. RIP to the Ovi. ByuN's going to run across the map now. And yeah, Link Speed's still not done. It's actually a good bit off still. So Dark's going to have to defend with Queen, the Spine Crawler, and the Roaches he's got out. This is a lot of Marines from ByuN, and yeah, Dark realizes that. So he's just going to let that creep spread get taken out. There's the big stim. Do we have another scan? No, ByuN is going to dive forward. Transfuses are going to keep these queens alive for approximately infinity time. So I guess that one did go down. Spreading the creep right next to the Marines. Not quite going to work here for Dark. Another few queens going down. The Roaches do show up. And at least 16 of the Marines will get out of there. The rest of them will fall. But still some nice damage here from ByuN. This is what we expected. One more Marine drop coming in, causing a little bit of a ruckus. But not too bad. And now Dark, he's got Roach Speed. He's got a bunch of Roaches out. Link Speed is done. He's got a bunch of Lings coming out. Bane Speed is on the way. A bunch of those Lings are going to turn into Banes. His 1-1 is getting pretty close here. However, 2-2 is almost done for ByuN as well. He's going to have a nice, strong bio army to fight this out. And he's still being annoying with... It's just the one drop here. The 2 medevacs out there causing issues. Again, I'm a little surprised ByuN doesn't have something else out of map pressuring at the same time. That's usually what I expect from a player like ByuN. But he's just been very passive. He's got a bunch of tanks coming out. He's taking a 4th base. He's staying at home with a lot of his bio. This is really interesting. Because it does feel like if ByuN was out on the map with a few different drops, pushing in different locations, Dark might be sending in Ling run-bys that could do a lot of damage against a couple of sieged up tanks and no Marines. But now we do see ByuN gathering those forces together and going for a push. He's going to distract with the double drop and try to hit the front. He sees that it's a lot of Roaches and not much else. And he's feeling pretty good about what he's got here. Dark is going to see these rocks being hit, so he knows there's units up there. And they're going to move on to creep. The double drop still threatening. There's the Ling run by. My God, I feel prescient. And ByuN is going to run the SCVs away, but he's got to block them from getting into the base. Oh, a tank gets blocked. That's so many SCVs right here. They will help clean this up. But this pulls ByuN all the way back, so that Ling run by doing its job. Keeping ByuN at home. Getting a few kills, but mostly just annoying ByuN, distracting him, pulling his attention. Now the push will start, but this buys a little more time for Dark. The parasitic bomb is going to force these units to drop out. The Marines going to do their best here. They're going to do pretty good. Grabbing a few of these queens, but at the same time, oh, the tanks just get destroyed. Most of these Marines going to go down. And ByuN gets cleaned up. Dark holding on to the push, using that Ling run by, which did finally kill a couple of those depots as they burned down. And just delayed ByuN's push until he could hold on to it more easily. He got those Vipers out, took care of the medevacs. Really, really nicely played by Dark. And now he's got Ultras coming out. Chitinous is on the way. ByuN still has this double drop out here, but Dark doesn't have anything else to really focus on, so he can go handle this pretty easily. Gonna force another pickup. Oh no, ByuN late to the pickup, loses all of the Marines. Those are just empty medevacs. He's got to send 2 more out full of Marines now. Great cleanup there from Dark. ByuN just looking away for a second. And I think Dark's good to chill for the time being. I mean, he's at 200 supply. Oh no! The Roach Warren blocking those Ultras from getting out. ByuN going to try to harass this base. Yeah, it looks like Dark is moving out for a full push. That harassment could go quite well, but can ByuN hold on back at home? There's a lot of stuff coming his way. Are there some EMPs to go down? It doesn't really look like it. The blinding clouds on top of so many of the siege tanks. And Dark keeping the bio pinned over here while he goes into the third with the Lings and Banelings and all of the SCVs going down. ByuN at the same time is killing this base. He's killed a handful of the drones here. This double drop is getting some work done. Dark needs to respect the 16 Marines. Plus, this high ground is helping ByuN trade very efficiently against the Lings and Banes that are just chilling on the low ground. I don't know if this planetary is going to last very long, though, if Dark decides to go down there. But it looks like he's going to pull home. Man, these Marines are in a beautiful spot. The Lings just cannot get in there. They're going to have to sacrifice themselves, at least for a little while here. Another Queen goes down. I mean, eventually Dark will clean this up. The Roaches finally come home and force that. Saves his third base. But you know what? ByuN got some good damage done over here. The worker count's actually in the Terran's favor. This base is not dead, but this one did go down. And ByuN, I mean, this base is still alive. Might even save this factory if he heals it up. This base somehow lived. He lost a bunch of SCVs, but again, worker count is in favor of him. After all is said and done, I kind of like that for ByuN. I will say the one thing Dark really is going from is his army is big. He's got more coming out. He's got infestors coming out now. The Vipers stayed alive. They're going to suck up some juice from these extractors. Ooh, they might have overdone it on this hatchery here. Oh, wow. The 4 Marine drop getting parasitic bombed here. R.I.P. those 4 Marines. Oh, the Liberator, though. Sick Liberation Zone. And he's just going to move it. Ooh, dodge those Spore Crawlers a little bit. ByuN thinking about pushing in right now, but again, Dark's army it's big and it's scary. He's on 64 drones, and he is about to be maxed. He actually needs to build an Overlord. I guess he could wait for this hatch to finish, but 198 supply cap right now. Oh no. Oh no, ByuN. Auto attack. Dark just waiting for there to be creep here to reburrow that. But while he's waiting, he's heading across the map. He's going to find some free SCVs here. The Bio Army is here. Oh, beautiful Blinding Cloud again. Just sick Blinding Clouds all over the place. Oh my god, forcing this army to keep running backwards until it can finally take a fight. Some big snipes going off, though. Those Ultras getting chewed to pieces. They're trying to get into the natural at the same time. Oh, a big fungal here could be huge. There it is! A massive fungal, and ByuN's army just going to get destroyed here. Before it can lift up, he loses so much. He still has a lot of army supply, but isn't going to be able to do anything. Oh my god, the Widow Mines. Well, it turns out they're not great against Ultras, but they will kill it eventually. Don't know why ByuN decided to build like 47 Widow Mines all of a sudden, but he went for it. However, this time his third base did get fully routed. He's down to 32 workers. His 49 SCVs just got killed. So he was trying to take this base, but now he can't fully saturate all the bases he has. Even with mules, it's going to be a problem for him. He's out of money right now. And Dark, he's got this base resecured. As it looks like I just saw Bile, I think, take out that Liberator. This base is still running strong. This one just popped. He's at 64 drones. Not the strongest drone count, but it's, you know, double his opponent, so it's pretty good. ByuN is going to get this planetary situated. He has immediately just the most mining, thanks to the 10 mules that just dropped. Let's just check that income real quick. Let's see it spike towards ByuN. There it is. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Let's wait one more tick. I want to see how high it goes. Not too bad, not too bad. But that's going to help ByuN get back into a good spot economically. However, can he take a good fight here? That's going to be the next question. So far, the trades have been in Dark's favor. Again, I feel like in these armies, Dark has been trading better consistently. He did it last game as well. It wasn't until the Swarmos came out that actually the trade started going a little bit more in ByuN's favor for a bit. But Dark has freedom on his side of the map. He can start potentially spreading some more creep, although his queen count was really diminished earlier. In fact, I kind of think he needs to make more queens. He's going to need the larva. If we're thinking about it, he's on 22 larva right now. I feel like he's got to build a couple more queens. So many of them died earlier on trying to defend drops and the like. I would love to see him build just a few more. It's like 4 or 5 queens at this point I feel like is okay, but gotta have those injects on a lot of stuff here. Transfuses can also be really nice if you bring your ultras home and they're real hurt. 1 or 2 transfuses can make a big difference. And of course, creep spread is an integral part of this stage of the game while ByuN is kind of forced to stay back at home. I'm sure Dark would love to just be spreading 47 tumors at a time, but he's only got like 7 or 8 active tumors out on the map. He really can't do too much with them. And these queens are just out of juice. I'm not out of juice. It's all in my sinuses right now. Awful. Casting while sick is just not super fun. Not super fun. Thankfully, the games are super fun. They make up for it. But now, Dark is maybe being a little too passive here. He's given ByuN a chance to get back up to 66 workers, which is a great spot for this stage of the game, I think. With all the mules he'll have. ByuN's playing a nice defensive game. He's gotten bases set up. Dark is going to dive in here, but some snipes going down. He's going to get pushed back. And ByuN's got armies on both sides. Try to defend each position. No sensor tower here just yet. But there is a Widow Mine on the high ground that will help keep an eye on things. It will be the first thing to go down. It's an important scouting unit. Oh, ByuN's going to go for the planetary here, or is he going to try to take that base? There's no creep tumors here, so there is actually no creep up here.
Oh man, Chickenman.
That's a lie. The fog of war is a lie. Apoptosis. Oh my god. Even at $6.99 per month, hitting that resub button. What a hero. RIP that Ultra. Thank you, Apoptosis. I hope you had a lovely dinner. Gotta get some Warhammer gaming going soon. And by soon, I mean in 3 weeks. But soon nonetheless. Oh, this is really gaming. We've got Liberators coming out now. Liberation range on the way. Neural Parasite for Dark. They're just getting all the upgrades. Getting ready for the real late game. Jeez, the Widow Mines. Widow Mines might have been the right call here for ByuN. I can't believe ByuN stayed alive in this game. I thought for sure he was dead, but Dark just never went for the finishing blow. Dark has a massive bank. Again. So I'm really interested in what Dark is going to do this game. Because the Swarm Host ploy was not the way last game. But maybe it's the way this game. Dark again running back home. The trades, yeah, still in Dark's favor. About the same as they were earlier. Keeping an eye on the efficiency here. It's going to be important. Dark's going to run in. ByuN's going to run in. They're both going to take a base down. But it looks like Dark's going to get a lot more SCV kills with his. This is a double planetary, though, so I don't think he wants to keep going for it. Maybe he does. I don't know. It turns out Lings and Banes are pretty good. So both planetaries going to fall there. ByuN, that's a lot of investment in bases that are no longer there. If that had just been an orbital, he could have lifted it. But now he's going to have to go home. And yes, he killed a base, but Dark's got a couple more where those came from. And I think Dark's in a better position to lose a base and be okay. Doesn't need to mine from this gas again. In fact, he needs to mine some more gas in general. He's got 8,000 mineral resources, but not a lot of gas in the bank. But as I say that, he's just going to go for a big push here. He's got a bunch of Hydras, so these Liberators are not nearly as scary. There's not a ton of ghosts out. I say that, there's 13. But that number is dwindling as I hear more and more ghosts scream out in death. As Lings and Banes run forward and Ultras. And ByuN suddenly just struggling to deal with this. Felt like he had such a sick army. But maybe a little out of position. Dark able to get into a good spot here. Widow Mines splash damaging the ghosts. The Banelings finishing off a handful of them. And there's, I mean, this is a real problem for ByuN. He is going to finally clean this stuff up in the natural. He's trying to get the snipes off, trying to kill what he can. Hydra's making it so much more difficult. And ByuN's just going to be forced to tap out there. Damn, Dark overrunning there at the end. Such a weird game. But Dark finally able to close it out. Using that big mineral bank, just continuing to resupply. The Hydras there were the real clutch. Able to kill those Liberators, which were a big part of ByuN's defensive setup. And Dark takes the 2-1 victory today to move on to the grand finals.